and a very good morning to everyone. So today, I want to start with a very, I would say, a specific feeling. I'm sure all of you know this feeling. You've felt it, and probably recently too. Now, it's that feeling you get when you've said yes to something, and the moment the word left your mouth, something inside you quietly said, "Why did I just do that?" You agreed to host the family gathering you didn't have bandwidth for. You've taken on a colleague's work because you didn't want to seem unhelpful. Or you've stayed on a phone call for 45 minutes listening to a problem you cannot solve while your own to do list quietly judges you from the corner. So you felt it in your chest, didn't you? Now, that small, heavy thing, not quite guilt, not quite anger, something right in between. So, that feeling has a name. And today we are going to talk about what creates it and, more importantly, what fixes it. We are talking about boundaries, personal boundaries, not the dramatic kind you see in self help book covers, the real everyday, quietly powerful kind. So, first, let's deal with the word itself. Because in India, and let's be honest about this, the word boundary comes with baggage. We have been raised in cultures of collectivity, family first, guests before self. Na? Adjust karo, chalta hai, don't make it awkward. What will people think? लोग क्या कहेंगे तो बहुत ही बड़ा है. And so when someone says, set a boundary, it sounds like be cold, be difficult, be the person who ruins the mood at family functions. But that is not what a boundary is. A boundary is not a wall. It's not designed to keep people out. Think of it more like the fence around a garden. It doesn't stop sunlight. It doesn't stop conversation. It doesn't stop love. It simply says, this is where the garden is. Please don't trample it. So, your peace is the garden. Your energy is the garden. Your mental health, your time, your sense of self, that is the garden. And without offense, anyone can walk through at any hour with their shoes on and leave you wondering why you feel so exhausted all the time. So, let's understand what this is all about. So, I want to share 4 truths about boundaries. One, saying no is a form of self respect. So, let me tell you about Nandita. She's a working mother of 2 in Bengaluru. She's the person everyone calls, her boss, her mother in law, her college WhatsApp group, the neighbor who needs a recipe at 10 p.m. She says yes to all of it every single time. And ask Nandita how she is, and she'll say, fine, just a little tired. And she's been a little tired since 2019. And here's what no one told Nandita. Every yes that comes from obligation, from fear of disappointing someone, from the anxiety of being seen as unhelpful, is no to her own self, her rest, her evenings, her sanity. So saying no is not rude. Saying no thoughtfully, clearly, without 12 apologies, is one of the most self respecting things you can do. And it says, I know what I have to give, and I'm not going to pretend I have more. Number 2, clear boundaries actually improve relationships. This one surprises people. We think that if we set limits, relationships will suffer, that people will feel rejected, that we'll seem cold or unavailable. Let me tell you, the opposite is true. When you're constantly overstressed, overcommitted, and quietly resentful, that leaks. It leaks into how you speak, how you respond, how present you actually are. So the people you love get the leftover version of you, the tired version, the one counting down to when it's over. But when you protect your energy, when you show up because you chose to, not because you couldn't find a way out, the quality of that presence is entirely different. Boundaries don't push people away, they make the time you give worth something. So, number three, overgiving leads to burnout and resentment. And as graphologists, we know what resentment leads to. So, how about the men? Because this one is yours too. Vikram is 44. He's the provider, the problem solver, the one who never complains. He works long hours, handles the family finances, manages his parents' needs, coaches his son's cricket team on weekends, and somewhere in the middle of this has completely lost track of what he enjoys. Ask him what he does for himself, and he'll give you a blank look. Not because he's unintrospective, but because the concept has started to feel like a luxury he can't justify. Overgiving without any replenishment, without any boundaries around your own needs, doesn't just lead to burnout, it quietly breeds resentment. Resentment is love's most dangerous companion. It doesn't announce itself, it just slowly makes you tired of the people you care about most. A boundary for Vikram might simply be Sunday mornings are mine. Not negotiable, not available, just mine. And number four, boundaries begin with a conversation with yourself. How many of you actually talk to yourself? And how many actually love yourself? Or have you ever thought of the idea? So, this is the part that catches people off guard. Most of us think setting a boundary means a difficult conversation with someone else. And yes, sometimes it does, but it starts earlier. It starts with you knowing, actually knowing what you need, what drains you, what you are willing to give, and what you are not. A teenager who knows she needs quiet after school to decompress, but hasn't said that to anyone, including herself, can't protect that need. She just feels irritable and doesn't know why. A homemaker who knows that having her evenings interrupted for endless requests leaves her feeling invisible, but has never articulated it, even privately, can't begin to address it. The boundary starts inside with clarity, with the simple, honest question that what is costing me more than it should? So here's what I want you to understand. Boundaries are not about subtraction. They're actually about addition. When you stop giving energy to things that drain you without return, you suddenly have energy for the things that matter, the conversations you actually want to have, the rest you actually need, the version of yourself that isn't running on empty and calling it strength. So you cannot be fully present for anyone. Your children, your partner, your work, your own dreams. And if you're distributed yourself so thinly that there's nothing left to be present with. So a boundary isn't a wall you build around yourself. It's the door you finally learn to open on your own terms to the right people at the right time with your own whole self intact. Yes. So let's do today's exercise. Your one boundary today. So please close your eyes for a moment. If you don't want to just look away from everyone else, but it's really better to close your eyes and think about this question. Where in your life do you consistently feel drained? So let me say that again. Where in your life do you consistently feel drained? Not tired from doing something meaningful, actually drained. The kind of tired that comes from giving what you didn't agree to give to someone who didn't ask if you had it to spare. Now, it could be a relationship where you do all the emotional heavy lifting, a work dynamic where your time isn't respected, a family habit that leaves you with no space to breathe, a group commitment or obligation you've outgrown. Just think about it. And now, please open your eyes and write it down. You just have to write one boundary. And right beside it, one clear, specific boundary you can set today. It shouldn't be a vague intention, something concrete. Like, I will not respond to work messages after 8 p.m. Or I will ask for help with dinner instead of doing it alone. Or I will leave the call when it crosses an hour. Now that's your boundary. Keep it. So first you thought about that's something that drains you, and then you're writing your boundary. Yes, one. So I want to leave you with something I hope stays with you. For most of our lives, we have been told that giving more is better, that being needed is the same as being valued, that making yourself smaller makes yourself available, flexible, accommodating, and is what makes you lovable. The people who love you most, truly love you, don't want the depleted version of you. They want the whole version, the rested version, the one who chose to be here rather than one who couldn't say no. So you teach people how to treat you, not through what you say, but through what you allow. And when you begin to allow a little less, guard a little more, protect your peace with the same fierceness you protect everything else, something remarkable happens. You start to feel like yourself again. So, your call to action for today is just one thing. ज्यादा होमवर्क तो मैं देता भी नहीं हूं. Today, set the boundary you wrote. Not perfectly, not with a speech, just one quiet, clear, courageous act of choosing yourself. See, even that is courage. Because the life you want, it's on the other side of the yes you need to stop saying. So I'll say protect your garden. The right people will protect your fence. So with that thought, thank you. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Thank you.